Hello, my name is Jay. I know I said I wasn't going to do that anymore, but to be honest, I forgot. That and I kind of like having a little bit of something to say at the start of the video. But anyway, in my last video I said I was going to try and film some stuff outside yesterday. I also said that I was going to try and get Madison in a video. But if you remember, yesterday we went to the hospital to get an ultrasound scan for the new baby. And we didn't get home until pretty late, so there wasn't really much to talk about. But yeah, we had the ultrasound scan done, but more on that later. Because I didn't really do much yesterday, and I've been pretty busy today sorting out the back bedroom for the new baby, I don't have that much to talk about. So I thought I'd share the story of Madison. So I'll start at the beginning. When a man loves a woman, maybe not that far at the beginning, but yeah, before we even thought about having a baby, I was a completely different person. I could be really lazy at times, and when I used to drink I used to make a complete fool out of myself and Stacey. Because when I used to drink, it wasn't just 1 or 2 drinks, I was always all or nothing. So 1 drink could turn into 2 drinks, 2 drinks could turn into 3 drinks, and eventually I get that feeling like, yeah, I'm having a good time, I'll have some more drinks. So I drink more and more and more, and eventually do something to completely embarrass myself. And it got to a point where I think people were laughing at me rather than with me, but at the time I didn't really see that. I thought I was just having fun. So when we found out that Stacey was pregnant with Madison, it was like a switch just flipped inside me, and I knew that I had to change things. And I can still be pretty lazy, nobody's perfect. I don't really drink anymore because I don't want to make an idiot out of myself anymore. But yeah, when I found out Stacey was pregnant, I was really happy. We both were, obviously. I'm not going to go through the whole pregnancy because it's a pretty private thing. That and there's not really much to tell. It was just like normal life, but we walked a lot slower. But before Madison was born, we had a few false alarms going back and forth to the hospital thinking Stacey was in labour. But eventually the day came. The night before we went into hospital, and we were there for a few hours, but eventually we got sent home. And the following night Stacey woke me up because she was definite that Madison was about to come. So an ambulance was called and we waited outside for it to pick us up. Neither of us driving, we couldn't get a taxi, and because it was pretty late no one could drive us there. So we waited outside for the ambulance to come. And when I was on the phone to the people at the hospital, they started telling me things that I had to do in case the baby were born. And I was like, I can't deliver this baby. So I was completely panicking. But luckily enough the ambulance people came. As soon as we got to hospital I started drinking loads of coffee to make sure I was fully awake. And eventually the moment came. I'm not going to go into the gory details, because I didn't look. I didn't cut the cord. I know that's a really big thing that dads do, but I can't watch those autopsy programs on TV without feeling a bit queasy. I actually walked to the bottom of the bed to get Stacey a cup of water, and I kind of looked from the corner of my eye, and I saw stuff. People say that childbirth is a beautiful thing. Those people have never seen a child being born. So anyway, Madison arrived. There was a few complications with the birth that I'm not going to go into because it's pretty private, and you don't really need to know anyway. But Stacey was rushed off and I was left alone in the room with Madison, and I was really scared because I thought she'd be crying and demanding attention, and I was like, I'm only just a dad, I don't know what to do. But it's weird because she just laid there and slept. So I just watched her for a good few hours. It was really weird sitting in a completely silent room after not really sleeping much for a few days, staring at this little thing that you made. But it was amazing. It's weird that when Madison was born I didn't cry, and I kind of wanted to cry, because that's what people do, right? But I was just fascinated staring at this little child that I made, that nothing came. But anyway, because of the complications in the birth, we had to stay in hospital for a few days. And luckily enough I got to stay there. And it was weird because all the other babies in our ward were crying, but Madison still stayed quiet. And I'm not complaining that they were crying, that's what babies do. It's just strange how she was really quiet. And even when she was awake, she was still really quiet. But she's really making up for that now. So eventually we got home, put Madison in the cot because she was asleep. And me and Stacey collapsed onto the bed completely exhausted. But we still didn't sleep. So we just sat on the end of our bed and watched Madison sleep. And as much as we loved watching her sleep, you never fully appreciate a child sleeping until they get to like 2 years old. But anyway, back to the ultrasound scan. When we got into the room, the person doing the scan put the weird jelly stuff onto Stacey's stomach. And there it was on the screen. Everything's fine and healthy, which is good. Because we've already got a little girl, we wanted a boy this time. So when the nurse asked if we wanted to know what it was, we obviously said yeah. But the few seconds between us saying that we wanted to know what it was and the nurse telling us seemed like hours. But she told us, and it's a boy! And the cherry on top is that the due date has changed from the 30th of October to the 31st of October. So we've ended up born on Halloween, which is amazing. I wasn't sure whether to do this next part or not, but I'm really happy and proud, so I will. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there he is. Anyway, I'm going to end the video here. Sorry that it's been a bit more of a serious video. I'll try and make the next one a little bit more funny. But once again, thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.